Imagine a country where the history of Africa comes to life, where culture vibrates on every corner and nature surprises you at every turn. Today, we're going to explore Ghana, one of the most fascinating destinations on the African continent. Ghana is much more than gold and cocoa. It's a country that breathes history, tradition, and modernity. In this video, we'll dive into Ghana's captivating history, explore its cultural traditions, discover breathtaking landscapes, and understand why this country is one of the most welcoming in Africa. Stay until the end, because you'll be amazed by a unique curiosity about Ghana. The Ashanti Empire, one of the most powerful in West Africa, is an essential chapter in understanding the history of Ghana. At its peak, the empire was renowned for its impressive wealth, particularly in gold, which was so abundant that it adorned even the most everyday objects. The royal throne, known as Sika Dwa Kofi, or the Golden Stool, was the ultimate symbol of Ashanti power and was believed to house the soul of the nation. The empire not only dominated economically, but also had a complex political structure and a rich culture, with traditions that persist to this day. However, Ghana's history is not limited to the Ashanti Empire. The country was also known as the Gold Coast, a name that attracted Europeans for centuries. Portuguese, Dutch, British, and others established fortresses along the coast to control the gold trade and, unfortunately, the trafficking of enslaved people. Castles like Elmina and Cape Coast are silent witnesses to this dark period, but also symbols of resistance and resilience. These sites, now UNESCO World Heritage Sites, tell stories of pain but also of hope and freedom. It was precisely this quest for freedom that led Ghana to become the first country in sub-Saharan Africa to gain independence in 1957. Led by Kwame Nkrumah, a visionary who believed in African unity, Ghana's independence movement inspired nations across the continent. Nkrumah not only fought for his country's freedom, but also dreamed of a united Africa free from colonialism. His famous quote, "The independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked to the total liberation of the African continent," still resonates today as a call for unity and self-determination. And speaking of innovation, did you know that Ghana was the first African country to use drones to deliver medicines to remote areas? This revolutionary initiative, implemented in 2019, demonstrated how the country is at the forefront of technology, using creative solutions to tackle public health challenges. It is a perfect example of how Ghana, even with its roots deeply tied to the past, is always looking toward the future. From the wealth of the Ashanti Empire to its pioneering role in independence and technology, Ghana is a country that carries in its history lessons of power, resistance, and innovation. Each chapter of its past helps us understand not only the nation it is today, but also the crucial role it plays in the African continent and the world. Ghana is a country that breathes culture and tradition, and it's impossible to talk about it without delving into its artistic expressions, vibrant festivals, and symbols that carry centuries of history. Let's start with the festivals, which are true explosions of color, dance, and deep meanings. The Hogbetsotso, celebrated by the Anlo people, is one of the most emblematic. It marks the historic migration of the Yu people from Togo to Ghana and is filled with ceremonies, music, and dances that tell this epic journey. The Abokia, held by the Afutu people, is a ritualistic hunt that symbolizes gratitude to the gods. Imagine hundreds of people dressed in traditional attire, celebrating with joy and devotion. It's an experience that moves and connects the past to the present. Music and dance are the beating heart of Ghana. The Kapan logo, for example, is a modern dance that emerged in the 1960s, but carries traditional influences. It's an expression of freedom and identity, often accompanied by drums and songs that tell everyday stories. The Adowa, on the other hand, is a more traditional dance associated with the Ashanti people. It's full of graceful movements and symbolizes emotions like love, sadness, and celebration. Every step, every gesture, is a narrative that speaks directly to the soul. And we can't talk about Ghana without mentioning Kente and Adinkra fabrics, which are true works of art. Kente, hand-woven on traditional looms, is one of the most recognizable symbols of Ghanaian culture. Each pattern and color has a specific meaning, telling stories of royalty, spirituality, and identity. In the past, only kings and important people could wear Kente, and even today it remains a symbol of status and cultural pride. Adinkras, on the other hand, is known for its symbolic prints. Each design represents a proverb, a value, or a life lesson. Worn on clothing and accessories, Adinkra is a way of carrying ancestral wisdom with you. These cultural elements are not just traditions of the past. They are alive, present in the daily lives of Ghanaians. Whether in festivals that bring entire communities together, in dances that tell stories, or in fabrics that carry deep meanings, Ghana's culture is a continuous celebration of its identity and historical richness. And the most amazing thing, all of this is available for anyone who wants to explore and be enchanted by this fascinating country. Natural beauties. From the coast to the savannas, when we think of Ghana, its paradisiacal beaches, lush forests, and seemingly endless savannas immediately come to mind. Let's start with the coast, where the beaches of Busua and Cradle are true tropical paradises. Busua, with its crystal-clear waters and golden sands, is a haven for those seeking relaxation or surfing. Meanwhile, Cradle, just 30 kilometers from Accra, is famous for its laid-back vibe and the live music that echoes at night. These destinations are more than just postcard-perfect scenes. They are gateways to Ghanaian culture and hospitality. But Ghana is not just about beaches. At Kakum National Park, adventure takes on a whole new meaning. Imagine walking on suspension bridges over 40 meters high, amidst the canopy of a tropical rainforest. This unique experience allows you to observe local biodiversity from a breathtaking perspective, with colorful birds, monkeys, and even rare butterflies. Kakum is a perfect example of how Ghana preserves its nature and offers unforgettable experiences to visitors. And we can't talk about Ghana's natural beauty without mentioning Lake Volta, one of the largest artificial lakes in the world. Spanning over 8,500 kilometers, it is a giant that sustains communities, generates energy, and offers stunning landscapes. Sailing on Lake Volta is like entering a world apart, where silence is broken only by the sound of the water and the songs of birds. It's a perfect place for those seeking a connection with nature and a bit of peace. Finally, Mole National Park is one of Ghana's hidden treasures. Located in the north of the country, it is the largest national park in Ghana and one of the best places for safaris in West Africa. Here you can spot elephants, antelopes, buffalo, and if you're lucky, even lions. The park offers an authentic safari experience, far from the crowds, where nature reigns supreme. It's a reminder that Ghana is not just about history and culture, but also a sanctuary for wildlife. From beaches to safaris, Ghana proves that its natural beauties are as diverse as its culture. Every corner of this country holds a surprise, a breathtaking landscape, and a story waiting to be told. Accra, the capital of Ghana, is a true melting pot of energy, culture, and innovation. With an artistic scene that pulses with life, the city is a paradise for lovers of art, music, and cuisine. Contemporary art galleries, such as the Nubuk Foundation, showcase works by local and international artists, while spaces like the Chal Wote Street Art Festival transform the streets into an open-air museum. And we cannot talk about Accra without mentioning its cuisine. Dishes like jollof rice, wakia, and fufu not only nourish the body, but also tell stories of tradition and identity. Modern restaurants and food trucks are reinventing the culinary scene, blending traditional flavors with global touches. But Ghana goes far beyond its vibrant capital. The country is an example of stability and democracy in Africa. With peaceful elections and smooth transitions of power, Ghana stands out as a beacon of governance on the continent. This political stability not only attracts international investment, but also strengthens national pride and confidence in the future. It is a country that looks forward without forgetting its roots. Speaking of roots, the Year of Return was a historic milestone that put Ghana on the global map. In 2019, the country marked 400 years since the beginning of the transatlantic slave trade, inviting the African diaspora to return to their origins. Celebrities like Cardi B, Idris Elba, and Naomi Campbell visited the country, But the true impact was felt in local communities and in the reconnection of thousands of people with their African heritage. The success of the initiative was so great that Ghana declared 2020 as the year of Beyond the Return, reinforcing its commitment to unity and the celebration of African culture. Ghana is not just a country, it is a symbol of hospitality and resilience. Known as the gateway to Africa, it opens its doors to the world with a warmth that is felt in every smile, in every warm greeting. Its historical connections, from the times of the Ashanti Empire to its central role in trade and the struggle for independence, make Ghana a unique place. Here, the past and present intertwine, creating a future full of possibilities. And as the country moves forward, it never loses sight of its essence. Innovation in areas like technology, health, and education coexists harmoniously with ancient traditions. Ghana is proof that it is possible to honor one's roots while building a bright tomorrow. A place where history comes alive, culture vibrates, and the future is always promising. Surprising facts about Ghana. Did you know that in Ghana, your name can reveal much more than your identity? It can tell the day of the week you were born. That's right. Ghanaians have a fascinating naming system where each day of the week is associated with a specific name. For example, boys born on Friday are named Kofi, while girls born on Saturday are named Ama. This tradition goes beyond simple identification. It's a way to connect people to their roots and local culture. Names like Kwame, for boys born on Saturday, and Adwa, for girls born on Monday, are common and carry deep meaning in Ghanaian society. But the creativity in naming children doesn't stop there. In Ghana, it's common for names to be inspired by events or circumstances surrounding the birth. Imagine a child named Yardente because they were born during an eclipse, or Kwaku Ananse in honor of a popular family story. These names not only tell a story, but also preserve memories and traditions passed down through generations. It's a unique way of keeping Ghanaian culture and identity alive. And when it comes to national passion, football is unbeatable in Ghana. The national team, known as the Black Stars, is one of the most respected in Africa and has made its mark in World Cups. Ghanaians live and breathe football, and it's no exaggeration to say that the sport is a true religion in the country. From the streets of Accra to packed stadiums, football brings people of all ages and backgrounds together. The Ghanaian team not only represents the country in international competitions, but also inspires pride and hope across the nation. These fascinating facts show how Ghana is a country rich in traditions, culture, and passions. From names that tell stories to the love of football, every detail reveals a bit of the vibrant and welcoming soul of this incredible African country. In 2020, Ghana made history as the first country in the world to receive COVID-19 vaccines through the COVAX program, a global initiative led by the World Health Organization, WHO, to ensure equitable access to vaccines. This milestone not only highlighted Ghana's role on the international stage, but also underscored the importance of global cooperation in times of crisis. The COVAX program was established to prevent poorer countries from being left behind in the race for immunization, and Ghana was chosen as the first recipient due to its prepared healthcare infrastructure and efficient distribution capacity. When the first doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine arrived at Kotoka International Airport in Accra, it was a moment of hope, not only for Ghanaians, but for the entire African continent. Ghana quickly implemented an ambitious vaccination plan, prioritizing healthcare workers, the elderly, and people with pre-existing conditions. The country also invested in awareness campaigns to combat misinformation and ensure that the population understood the importance of the vaccine. Within a few months, Ghana became an example of how logistics and community mobilization can make a difference in a public health crisis. But the impact of this achievement goes beyond health. Ghana showed the world that even with limited resources, it is possible to lead with efficiency and innovation. The country was already known for its political and economic stability in West Africa, and this accomplishment only reinforced its reputation as a regional leader. Moreover, the initiative highlighted the importance of global solidarity, reminding us that in a pandemic, no one is safe until everyone is safe. Another notable aspect was Ghana's role in distributing vaccines to other African countries. As one of the first to receive the doses, Ghana helped test and refine COVAX's logistical processes, facilitating vaccine delivery to neighboring nations. This collaboration strengthened regional ties and demonstrated that Ghana is committed not only to its own success, but also to the progress of the entire continent. Furthermore, Ghana's experience with COVAX provided valuable lessons for future health crises. The country demonstrated the importance of investing in robust healthcare systems, promoting public education, and partnering with international organizations. These lessons not only enhance Ghana's ability to face future challenges, but also serve as a model for other developing countries. In summary, Ghana's achievement in 2020 was much more than a milestone in the fight against the pandemic. It was a testament to the resilience, innovation, and collaborative spirit of a country that continues to stand out on the global stage. And in doing so, Ghana not only protected its population, but also inspired the world to believe that together we can overcome even the most difficult challenges. Ghana has shown us that it is a country of fascinating stories, vibrant culture, and stunning natural beauty. From the wealth of gold to the richness of culture, Ghana is a destination that deserves to be explored. If you enjoyed discovering this incredible side of Ghana, don't forget to like, comment on which part surprised you the most, and share it with those who love to travel. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Check out this other video where we explore Syria and its secrets. Ghana is a reminder that Africa is a continent full of stories, cultures, and beauty waiting to be discovered. What will be the next destination you explore? In the next video, we will uncover the mysteries of Morocco. You can't miss it.